Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, June 13th. Impact map-wise, strong frontal system coming through ahead of it. Still winds here, gusty with low humidity in southern Utah, the Arizona Strip. You can almost see the dividing line of that front because behind it, cooler, more moist conditions, even some scattered showers over there. Coolness still persisting on Sunday. Still gusty winds hanging in southeastern areas, and more winds developing across central areas of Nevada and parts of western Utah on Monday. Did have some precipitation here left-hand side across northwestern Nevada. Has tapered things down a little bit. There was some lightning there. Most of it was on the wet side, stretching up into parts of western Idaho. New fire starts in the red. Had some large fire activity here by the larger red circle in northwest Utah. Recent fires in the yellow. You can see where things are picking up or where they have been active the past few days. 7-day precipitation observed again. We had that wetting rain last weekend. You still see the remnants of it here. The heaviest amounts, 1/2 inch to 1 inch in the dark blue and green shades, and where areas missed out further south. ERCs are driest in those areas that missed out that precipitation. See down here in the Arizona Strip and far southern Utah. They're rising in southeastern Utah where they had heavy precipitation but recent drying and more moist as you head further north. Our lighter 10-hour fuels have been carrying a lot of the fires early this fire season. You see the most critical areas in the red, 3 to 4% on the 10-hour fuels. You can see where they have moistened significantly with that cooler, more moist condition across western and northern Nevada into parts of western Idaho. Satellite imagery shows an unseasonably deep low pressure area. There's the moisture enhanced moving out of northern Nevada and into Idaho. Some high level clouds down here. The tight packing of these height lines shows where the strongest winds will be, and this is the driest air where we'll be most concerned with. So for today, on the right hand side, high risk for wind across much of western Utah except for the far northern areas, which will be getting into cooler air. You can see that coolness by the moisture here in the green. Drier here with tight height packings in the south. Winds today, you can see on the left-hand side, those orange and purple shades, winds gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour through there. Lighter as you head further north. Humidity, the red shades are darkest, below 15%. You can see them hanging here across parts of central and southern Utah. Now for tomorrow, the low pressure area lifts out into southern Canada. Our fire potential map here on the right, just a bit of a concern far southeastern areas as their fuels dry out to marginally critical. There could be some gusty winds there. We see those winds down here, maybe 20 to gusting to 30 down there. Relative humidity still quite dry. On Monday, another weather system brings more moisture to parts of Idaho, western Wyoming. It does bring wind further south into drier air, so again, we have high risk for parts of central Nevada and Utah for wind and low humidity. Very dry fuels to the south of that, still fairly moist to the north. Winds, you can see those winds picking up in many areas, but it's about south of the I-80 corridor where fuels will be dry enough to coincide with those winds. You see the relative humidity here, the redder colors, drier as you head further south. 3-day precipitation totals on top of what's already fallen, mainly confined to far northern Nevada and western Idaho. Down the road on Tuesday, broad low pressure coolness over far northern areas, but some drier and windier conditions persisting through here with the tight packing of these height lines, fire potential on the right. And little change as we go into Wednesday. Thursday, there's another low dropping down, bringing some cooler, more moist conditions, eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, maybe far northern Utah. So it'll be a fine line between the dry fuels and the very moist fuels. That trend continues on Friday. 7-day precipitation totals, and the 8 to 14-day outlook shows a return to much warmer than normal temperatures across much of the Great Basin and especially into the Pacific Northwest. Drier than normal across northern areas, some more wetness or wetter than normal to the south. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.